everyone. Welcome to another episode of Tea Talk with Goodness Usman, your number one real estate talk show in Africa. Thanks to each and every one of you who keep coming back to watch each time we upload our episode on the channel. I am so delighted to have you all back here today. Yes, my name is Goodness Usman, the Queen of Landlord Makers and your delighted host. So, as you already know on the show, we have a tradition that we usually observe before we go into the topic of the day. Of course, it is no other than you getting comfortable first of all, and then getting your cup of tea, cup of coffee, glass of water, glass of juice, glass of wine, whichever one works for you. Just ensure that you grab it right now and then sit down comfortably and let's enjoy the conversation. So, we're just going to quickly take a few seconds to observe our ritual on the show. Shall we? Yes, as you all know, I have my cup of green tea right here, and it's always such a delight to go through this culture. Always with you guys. Woo! Woo! Yes. So we're going to go right away into today's topic. Alright, let's go right away into today's topic. And hey, you know me, that most of the things we discuss here and have a conversation about are usually from questions I get from people, mostly frequently asked questions that I get, or is always born out of the conversations I have with my clients, prospects that also form these topics that we discuss here. Now, let me say this, especially for those of you who are this is your first time coming to the show. This is not a too serious show. We know that in Nigeria we're serious. We're a real estate marketing and consulting firm, and some people on this channel have said that we need to be more professional. That on this show, you are looking for professionalism. You are going to be disappointed, you. So let me just say it out now before you go into today's show. If you are looking for very, very professional, okay, so that's just on the lighter note. Yeah, I get it. And sometimes I get confused when people use the word professionalism. I mean, I feel like sometimes some people just like to throw words around and use it, and I don't know. Anyways, I don't want to go into that. So yes, you get where I'm coming from, and then please, this is a bit of a safe space in terms of we are ourselves here. It's just a conversation. It's not too serious. Don't take it too serious, but at the same time it's serious. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean. And for those of you who are the community, my community people, we know ourselves. You already know. You already understand, right? Okay, so let's go into this information. So recently, in fact, as we entered into the year 2024, I've gotten this question more often, and I'm like, what's happening here? And this is around, oh goodness, is Ibeju Lekki still, what's happening in Ibeju Lekki basically? Let me round it up. People are asking me, what's happening in Ibeju Lekki? For how long is Ibeju Lekki going to be functional? Especially when I'm talking about one property or the other that's in Ibeju Lekki that people should buy into it. A lot of people are asking, are you sure the infrastructures they're talking about, like the Lekki airport, is it going to ever come? Are they going to do it? People have very different opinion as to Ibeju Lekki, and I realized that a lot of you who have this different opinion, who sees Ibeju Lekki in a certain way, some people even in 2024 still see Ibeju Lekki as one desert. They still see Ibeju Lekki as one place that nothing is happening there, basically, like a forest and all of that. And I understand where people like that are coming from. It's basically because you have not been to Ibeju Lekki lately. So let me say this: if you are in Ibeju Lekki 2021, it's not the same thing with what is happening there now. If you were there 2022, it's not the same thing. If you were there early 2023, it's still not the same thing. That's what I just need to say to you guys. So I'm going to be discussing and shedding light to some things that are already happening in Ibeju Lekki. Some of these things you guys already know about it, but this is what I've learned, that for we human beings, there's this scheme of reputation. I don't know if I'm using the right word. Don't be hungry. There's this way things work that it helps us to, reputation kind of helps us to master certain things. So in this regard, me coming back to reiterate, talk about something, kind of will help some people open their eyes to what I'm talking about and then take action. So hence this whole conversation. So yes, Ibeju Lekki, what's happening there right now? I will tell you that a lot is happening. A whole lot is happening. Now let me give you an example. 5 years ago, the things I could literally stand anywhere 5 years ago and do anything I want to do, record the video, fly my drone and all of that. But right now in Ibeju Lekki, I can't just stand anywhere to do anything. You can't just stand anywhere. And why is that? Because there are multi-billion-dollar businesses, million-dollar businesses right now in Ibeju Lekki that are functional. Hence the high level of security and all of that in Ibeju Lekki as we speak. So if you have not been to Ibeju Lekki, like I've said before, you won't have an idea. Now, I have had the opportunity to show you guys on this channel how busy it is already getting. But in the year 2024, I've not had the opportunity to do a drone footage or a walkthrough, drive-through shot of that area, because if I'm going to even do it, it takes the whole day right now. Ibeju Lekki is beginning to be so busy like a mini Apapa, and I kid you guys not. Now, if you have someone who works in Ibeju Lekki, they probably will be able to explain this better for you. Some people already live around Ibeju Lekki just because their business is in the core, in the heart of that Ibeju Lekki. They are doing one business, one supply, one contract with one manufacturing company, one Dangote one this. Some people are already earning rental income in Ibeju Lekki as we speak. But you see one thing about information, that's why they say information is power. If what you don't know is what you don't know. And when it comes to investment, I don't think ignorance should also be an excuse. To be honest, if you ask me. And that's why as an investor, you should always seek for information. You should want to know more. So if you're thinking, you're one of those that is saying, oh, Ibeju Lekki is still a forest, a desert like Dubai used to be, you are getting it all wrong. Change your mind. The Ibeju Lekki you think you know is no longer the Ibeju Lekki right now. Now, if you see it all over the news. So let's talk about the Dangote Industries. We got the biggest news ever about the refinery oil production. I saw and I read somewhere that he won, yes, Aliko Dangote won the Guinness Book of Record of the world's largest single-train petroleum refinery. Like his friend Femi Otedola said, the 8th wonder of the world. Hey! Honestly, guys, this only, now, let me take you guys back to memory lane. Now, this is a production that just started in January. That was around January 15th or January 17th or thereabout that broke the news, and then everybody was talking about it. Now, before 2024, late 2022, the Dangote fertilizer started production. Then in 2023, the petrochemical also started production, among other things too. It's not just about, you see, Ibeju Lekki is not just about the Dangote industries only, like I always say. We have, of course, the Lekki Deep Sea Port, which has commenced operation in the year 2023. Early 2023, they started operation. The Lekki Free Trade Zone is there. And so many other manufacturing industries. I cannot count how many town farms we even have in Ibeju Lekki right there. Now, let's take a step notch back again and just analyze this. Let's just analyze this. How many jobs are already being provided by these industries that we have situated in Ibeju Lekki already? Do we know how many jobs already and how much more the jobs will be provided? Now let's break it down furthermore. All of these figures, all of these numbers how is it going to affect you as an investor? I've said it before, and I'm saying it again to you. That is a smart real estate investor in the Nigerian real estate market. You're out to, use the real estate investment you're doing right now as a retirement plan. You want to use it as a means of edging over inflation. You want to use it to build wealth for generation unborn. Whichever reason is why you're investing. Trust me when I tell you that Ibeju, Lekki, the third largest commercial hub, is one place you should try as much as possible to put in your resources. Just keep investing. I know I have many clients who have invested in one land or the other some 3 years ago. Some people started way 5 years ago. Some are yet to even invest at all. Some people are watching me right now. They have not invested in one land. You don't have a plot of land in Ibeju, Lekki or the Ekpe. This is what I want to say to you. That you see, the edge you have over someone else who do not know anything about Ibeju, Lekki yet is this information you have. But the only reason you are going to have the edge, truly have an edge of this information, is making good use of the information you have. I've said it earlier, information is power. It's only when you make use of the information. Sorry, I say Yoruba. My Yoruba people won't be know. It's when you make use of the information. If you do not make good use of the information you have, well, you see no difference to the Lemomu that did not or Sisi Pelebe that did not have information. So I am here to open your eyes to say to you, start looking strategically more into this location, Ibeju, Lekki. Anything you've heard so many of us say to you in the past and now, trust me when I tell you, it is the truth. In line with the benefit of you positioning yourself strategically in Ibeju, Lekki, and that's with the investment you have invested. I know some people bought land 4 years ago at 3 million naira per plot. That is what's over 10 to 15 million naira right now in Ibeju, Lekki. Yes, those estates that we sold back then, nothing is happening there. The one we're selling now, nothing is happening there. Don't worry. The essence of buying early is what is to get serious urge over somebody that's going to buy later. So we always have this comparison. People who bought Morocco in those days. I have a first-hand information with my uncle who is a lawyer, and he went to law school. He can imagine when he was going to law school. Law school was the end of the island. According to him, I do not know. Me, I was growing up in his area. He told me how there was no even motorway. There's no right path to even get to Aja. To get to Abraham, this one as is Aja, he was tough because the path, there was no road. There was no proper road network to navigate to Aja. Now, then and now, see what Aja has become. You have to have 75 million naira cash down for you to buy a plot of land, 500 square meter in Aja, a sea of whole land. Aja of 2024. And this was what we were talking about. This was late 90s, right? Not even early 90s. They were late 90s. And all of that. And I know some of you are watching me right now. You know about this history I'm talking about. Right before your eyes is Morocco became what it is now. Lekki phase 1. In fact, using his exact word, that we would have thought that slum, that's water, that swampy, deep swamp. It's not swampy, swamp. He said that swamp would ever become Lekki phase 1. Now, the early bird investors who took advantage of Lekki phase 1, they are seriously enjoying it right now. I'm sure they are in their 70s or 50s or 60s or even 80s, right? So let's equate Morocco's situation to Ibeju, Lekki, Ekpe right now. I know that some people are even entering late because, like I said, some of my clients bought land they started in Ibeju, Lekki at 2 million naira, 3 million naira, 4 million naira. Now, for you to the cheapest land, the cheapest sea of whole land, for you to buy a verifiable government allocated cheapest sea of whole land to buy in Ibeju, Lekki now is 20 million naira per plot. Can you guys beat that? And that's still going to sound terribly cheap in the next decade. It is going to sound terribly, like unbelievable. You will have some of us, our kids will ask us, really? Mommy, you bought Fairmont Green at 25 million naira? Oh my God, why didn't you buy more? That's what they're going to be asking me. Why didn't you buy more? Oh, you mean you bought Pig Palm for 20 million naira and you didn't buy 6 blocks? You don't have an acre? You don't have a, you know, and you know this children that they hey, check it out, I'm not being seen. These kids of these Gen Zs, please, these children that are born in 2023, 2020, they born in 2023, they are born in 2024. Like you're killing generation, I just still can see. These children, they are always going to be different from the Gen Zs. And it's not going to be nice for my kids to say, Killian, what were you looking at? And the same thing is happening to you. Avoid story that touch. I am here to say nothing else to you than what is coming to Ibeju Lekki in terms of investment opportunity, in terms of a commercial hub, is massive. When we're comparing Ibeju Lekki to Apapa, I say scratch that. I personally, what I'm seeing day to day, my experience in Ibeju Lekki in the last couple of years, 6 years thereabout, what I've seen happen, transit, how it's been transiting so far, we have no idea what's coming to Ibeju Lekki. We think we do have an idea. I don't think we do have an idea. Whatever it is in Apapa right now is serious. Ibeju Lekki is, you know, when we say in this part of the world, we say they learn work. You know, we have this traditional, we say they learn work. Yes, Apapa is learning work when it's going to come to Ibeju Lekki. And because of the massive infrastructures that are already situated there. Now, it's not coming, it's already there. I think the thing that is joining it is this Lekki airport. So whether it is a cargo airport or it's a pedestrian, domestic airport or international airport, whether he's going to be conveying cargo or human being, for the lack of the professional word for it, please, professionals, don't come for me, because I know there are some ojogbon, yeah, that want to be coming for your lack of professionalism, you know. But see, just listen, pay attention to the message. That's the key thing. Even if it's a cargo airport, right? Don't we need a cargo airport? Don't we, in Ibeju Lekki, where is a commercial hub? We have the Lekki deep seaport there. You know, you can bring in your goods as a business person in throughout that seaport, and it's tax-free because we have the Lekki free trade zone there. Oh my God! See, it's a sweet spot for business people. So the question is, how are you situating yourself, positioning yourself for the future, which is almost here, already, right before our eyes? It's already happening. It's already happening. Dangote refinery, the oil production, what it go live. They are producing fertilizer from Ibeju Lekki, and then you are saying it's far. Yes, some people still say it's far, but the most common one, nothing is happening there. What do you even mean nothing is happening there? When you say nothing is happening there because you bought a plot of land and then the estate has not built houses there, is that what you mean by nothing is happening there? Have you also looked at the part where the amount you bought the land is not the same value right now? Because I get confused when people say, oh goodness, I beg this year, nothing is happening there. Shepe, you say the plot of land you bought in 2020, in 2018 is the same value. Is that what you are telling me? No, a lot is happening. But just that, for some of you, you have this high expectation and you have not even been to that vicinity recently. So you kind of have no idea. Now let's look at it from the point of this Lekki Epe Expressway road rehabilitation that they're doing. It started with Eleko Junction inward Epe. Now they are doing it all the way to connect Abramadison Yabi. I've shown you guys some clips of what is going on and all that. I'm still going to be showing you guys on our Know Your Neighborhood series, right? That road will not even serve us. Shocker. And that's why the Fort Miller Bridge is important. The Lekki Coastal Road is very important. These are two also prominent projects that the government would now have an option than to do. Yes, I think I heard the gist about the Fort Milan Bridge. Yes, Lagos State government are also come to say that this year they are focusing on those projects. The Fort Milan Bridge is one of them. The Lekki Coastal Road, I've said before, I know a team of people who are part of the, I have friends who are part of the team who are already doing the road mapping. They're already mapping it. So we're already getting ready. They have already warned us, map out where the Fort Milan Bridge is going to go through Abramade Soya. And then it's going to eat up into some estates, some people's houses will go and all of that. Unfortunately, those that are duly occupants there, they will be compensated, yes. So this Fort Milan Bridge is very, very important. With what is coming to Ibeju Lekki, it's massive. So one of the things I know as when it comes to investments, when it comes to relating to investments, now this is not limited to real estate investments only actually, is that you follow the numbers. Now bringing it down to real estate, where you see numbers, meaning influx of people, that's where you should be as well. When you notice that people are going to be flocking into this particular location far more than some other location, you should position yourself there. And that's what's happening in Ibeju Lekki. I cannot imagine how much a rent is in Bogije. Like, I will say this 4 years ago, 5 years ago, who lives in Bogije? Who lives in Lego? But hey, people do live there. It's not even expensive to live in Bogije, which is close proximity to the Lekki junction. So you will see that people, like I've said before, people know how many people can now afford to live in Aja. Aja is not for the big boys. You know, the Aja then, 7 years or 8 years back when I moved into Aja, and then my colleagues back then who live in Lekki will always laugh at me and say, who lives on Aja? Aja is not on the island. I'm sure you'll catch several jokes by even the comedians who say, when they say they live in Lekki, ask them, oh, I hope it's not in Lakwe, it's not Aja, Aja is not Lekki. Who says? Right now, Aja is even becoming, Aja is already for the big boys. You now have to buy a house in Aja for 250 million naira, 300 million naira. We even have houses that are selling right now in Aja for 500 million naira. Yes, some of you already know this. And all of this transition is about 5 years. Boom, everything just changes. Why? Influx. The number of people who migrate into these houses on a daily basis is far more higher than any part of Lagos. These statistics are there. And they're further going down. They're going down because numbers of people that are migrating to these houses, they no longer can, how many percentage of them can afford to live in Aja? Shombotedo, Ibeju. Aja Shombotedo is for the big boys, right? Now they are moving to Awoyaya, Lakwe. Now gradually, Awoyaya, Lakwe, how many people can afford to move into Awoyaya, Lakwe? And then it's going inward that location. So you as a real estate investor, you need to come and position yourself now. If you have bought land before, buy more. And buy as many as your resources can catch you. Now let me give you an example. When we started selling Lagoon fronts, then I remember I kept saying, hey, this Lagoon front was selling at 5 million naira pre-launch. Buy it and buy as many as possible. Because when you give it 2 years, the price will be completely different. And guess what? 2 years down the line, the land has appreciated over 300%. I mean, it's about the most fastest, realest value. I'm not talking about those values you see online. You know, some people tell you that they sold their land at 35 million. Now they're telling you the worth is 65 million. Don't believe all of those marketing gimmicks. So if you want to really sell it, that's when you know that it's not the land value is not realistic. Realistically, Lagoon front is 25 million naira. Realistically, that's the worth right now, if not far more. But let's just leave it at 25 million naira. Now imagine in the next decade how much Lagoon front will be sold. How much will Fairmont Green be sold? How much will Pig Palm be sold? Beachfront, Queen's Garden, all of these assets. How much will they be sold? Perfection Estate, how much will they be sold? MN Estate, how much is MN Estate selling? The MN Estate 1. If you want to buy a plot of land inside MN Estate 1, how much? And which brings me back to this same illustration. What did people like Eleganza, Alaji Okoya, one of the biggest real estate guru we have in Lagos, what services industry in Eleganza industry in Ibeju Lekki. What happened? And that was decades ago. Why did they go there decades before now? Why did Amen Estate 1, why did they position themselves in Lekki decades ago? Abi, Amen Estate 1 has been there over a decade. Why? What did she see? Insight. So if Amen Estate has been positioned a decade ago in Ibeju Lekki, and then you are still thinking that, oh, it's far. People live in it. I know so many people that are diasporans, that their houses are in Amen Estates, 1. In fact, even in 2, many, that when they come home, they live in Amen Estates. From the airport, do you know how many hours from the airport to Amen Estate? I don't live in Lekki. I live around the quarter. Yeah? Around that, basically. I live in Lagos, I don't live in Lekki. But someone in diaspora lives in Lekki. When they're in town, they stay there. Why? When you see people going somewhere, be asking question why. Ask the question why, and then strategically take the answer and position yourself. So, I'm going to wrap this up because we can go on and I can go on and on about this. So, in wrapping this episode up, I'm sure you have gotten my point, and this is what I'm seriously driving on in terms of my point is, please, you that you're watching me right now, and you're an investor, you're vested in investing in the Nigerian real estate market. You're very keen about owning real estate in terms of using it as a means of growing wealth, building wealth for generations unborn, retirement plan, whatever reason you have. You need to have a laser focus on Ibeju Lekki as now, not on untitled land. I'm not coming here to tell you to go and buy untitled land. Some of you already know me. In fact, what many of you know me with is, Madam, no, zero untitled land. I don't even call me then. I'm not asking you to come. I don't want to say, goodness, I should invest in Ibeju Lekki. I'm going to Ekpe, I'm buying untitled land. Don't buy untitled land. I don't like Ibeju Lekki. Now, even Ekpe, I'm warning already, is becoming a place you should, I don't advise 100% you should buy untitled land in Ekpe. Please. Especially Ibeju Lekki, look for the C of O land, government allocated land, and invest. These are the ones I will recommend that we have in our own listing. Pig Palm in Magbon in Ibeju Lekki is there, selling on pre-launch. Grasses Bros Night is there. Alexander Court apartment, so bedroom is there. Fairmont Green, the residential part and the commercial part is there for you to invest. I think professionals still have few plots of land to sell in Oshoroko. In fact, they are phase 2. I heard they are already perfecting the title in terms of the C of O. When I have the full information, I know they have told me they are at the closing end. But when the C of O is out, I'll come back and talk to you guys about it. Fairmont Green commercial. For those of you that I know or I don't know, that you have bought a lot of residential, try and buy into Fairmont Green commercial. Hey, please own commercial plots as well in Ibeju Lekki. You might not have the ideal business idea already. Don't worry, it's okay if you don't have it laid out. You don't even have to have it laid out. Like I always say, the environment, what's happening around the property will suggest, will give you even a new, you can have a business idea that will not thrive anymore in the next decade in Ibeju Lekki. Don't you know? Yes, now. If you were doing printing press, the old school way, if you were going to buy Morocco those days, you say you want to do printing press, it was a thing, right? Newspaper advert, it was a thing. But right now, everything is on our phone, on our tablet. So that's what I mean by what you just invest there now, because you're taking advantage of the current price. It's still cheaper. It's still cheaper, yes. It is whatever it is we're looking at now. That is the I remember a client of mine was joking with me and saying, so goodness, you mean I cannot buy a plot of land at 10 million? I see a whole land at 10 million anymore in Ibeju Lekki. I said, well, it is what it is. We're laughing about it, but it's the reality. So now wake up and face this reality and start investing now, because this price is Fairmont Green commercial, 70 million naira per plot of 500 square meters. Yes, reality. It will be so cheap in the next decade. You'll be wondering, And then the thing is, people will not be coming, oh, if only I knew. If only I knew then. Like, oh, if only I knew. I would have bought 10 blood. Hey, whatever you can afford now is better than not buying at all. Start where you are right now. Please. Again, I'm saying this. In fact, this is me begging you people. Hey. Hey. What's the better move, baby? Last you. I'm begging you for your own good to come and invest in Ibeju Lekki. Strategically position yourself more. And thank me later. In fact, you're welcome. Yes, welcome me. I've collected your edge. Even if you not say it to me, I've collected it. Alright, so that's it. I've listed the properties that I'm recommending that is in our own listing. And this is not saying that any other one out there, I'm not saying it's not okay. I just don't have information about them. I'm sure there are some fantastic deals out there in Ibeju Lekki. Just be careful. When they say it's a titled land, ensure it is actually a titled land. Please, please. Because as much as it's good to invest, it's also good to invest smartly, wisely, so that you don't go and throw away your money in the process of investing. Because the reason why you're investing is to get profits out of it, right? So that's it. Don't forget, the Lakeview is coming in Ekpe, a government land. It has a view, a very nice lake view. The Fairmont Green residential and commercial is selling hot. You should be buying it though. For those of you that are yet to invest there. The Gracias Bronze Night, we just introduced it. It's all inclusive. It's inside Lekki Coastal City. Now, that's a government project. That's a government scheme. Lekki Coastal City is a government scheme. It is before a Lekki junction. That's another very good positioning. Buy a plot of land. As you want to buy 3 plots, you want to buy an acre. If you can afford it, an acre, 2 acres, buy it and keep. You can buy an acre in Pig Palm. Buy an acre in Fairmont Green. Buy an acre. Just position yourself. Or if you cannot afford an acre each, you can do 2 plots. 2 plots here, 2 plots here, commercial here. Position yourself rightly. I've said it too, and I'll say it again. So some of you have bought 2 plots, 3 plots. It's not the time. I don't think it will ever be enough as far as I'm concerned. You can own as many real estate as possible. And that's why I always say that real estate investment is a journey. And you don't get to stop. It's like learning. You don't get to stop. Because, don't we all need money all the time? And considering the inflation, the way the inflation rate is all over the world, this is not, it's not just Nigeria. So, the best way for you and I to still urge over inflation is using real estate. It's solid. It's asset. It cannot be stolen. It cannot be damaged if you do it rightly. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching the show with me today. Please subscribe and turn on your notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to also go through all of the videos that we have posted this week and the last week. All of these estates I've talked about, we have the full videos on our channel. If you go, just take a minute, a couple of minutes and scroll down, you'll see them so that you can have full, I'm not giving you the full information about the estate, but each video address everything or about everything you need to know about each property. And of course, I'm here. The 2 numbers on your screen is available on WhatsApp. Please reach out to me via WhatsApp call if you cannot get me via direct call. Now, why do I say this? Story Nigerian network can be very embarrassing. Yes, you can try. It will not enter. They will not say an SSK, somebody is trying to reach you. Maybe 2 hours or 4 hours later. So please, WhatsApp is always faster. Unfortunately, where I am right now, WhatsApp is always faster. That's what we came to realize. So reach out to me on each of this number, any of the number, via WhatsApp or direct call. Thank you so much. I'm always available 247 to attend to you, to help you own as many real estate as possible. But most importantly, save ones. Okay, I'm very strategic. We in Nigeria Real Estate 247 were very, far more strategic about the investments we advise you to invest in this year, 2024. But most importantly, your take home is that Ibeju Lekki is the real thing. It's a real gold mine that you need to what? You need to partake in and get your share of the gold right away. So, ensure that you watching me, you remain safe and awesome just the way you are. So I say to you, what?